Today marks 4th anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine war, and despite 4 years of constant fighting, there seems to be no end in sight. Despite several rounds of US-brokered peace talks, Russia and Ukraine are not holding their missiles and drones back, and Russian President Vladimir Putin has just issued a new rallying cry. He told his people that they are fighting for their future, for independence, for truth and justice. Here's our report.
Russia marked a solemn occasion on Monday. On the eve of the 4th anniversary of the war, Russia honored its soldiers and veterans. It marked Defender of the Fatherland Day. After paying his respects at the tomb of the fallen soldier, Russian President Vladimir Putin addressed his country.
In recent years, we have marked this day with a special sense of pride and gratitude. We honor all those who, with courage and bravery, and with love for Russia and our people, carry out their military duty in the zone of the special military operation. They guard our borders and uphold strategic parity. Russia is fighting for its future, for its independence, for truth and justice.
Hours before the ceremony, Russia fired another massive missile and drone barrage at Ukraine. Kyiv says Moscow deployed 50 missiles and 297 drones in an overnight attack. 2 people were killed in the Odessa region and another in Zaporizhzhia. Russia's defense ministry says it shot down 130 Ukrainian drones. At least 24 of them had been intercepted en route to Moscow itself. They reportedly forced airports in the Russian capital to suspend services briefly. Meanwhile, in Russia's Belgorod region, the local governor said that Ukrainian missiles had damaged energy infrastructure. Power, heat and water supplies had been affected amid the bitter winter. Both sides have been targeting energy facilities, turning winter itself into a weapon. On the ground, the situation remains largely unchanged since the early days of the war. Despite the mostly frozen front lines, the commander-in-chief of Ukraine's armed forces says that his country has regained control over 400 square kilometers of territory. His statement comes days after President Volodymyr Zelensky made a similar claim. Zelensky also insisted that Kyiv wasn't out of the fight yet, but the walls seem to be closing in. Ukraine's European allies wanted to pass another round of sanctions against Russia, but they are being held back by Hungary. Prime Minister Viktor Orban says that he won't allow the sanctions to pass unless Ukraine allows Russian oil to flow to his country via the Druzhba pipeline. It's a threat seconded by Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico, who also threatened to stop sending electricity to Ukraine if it did not resume the oil flow.
Tomorrow, I will visit the state-owned company SEPS and ask it to stop emergency electricity supplies to Ukraine. If the president tells us that we should buy gas and oil somewhere other than Russia, even though it is more difficult and more expensive and we are losing a lot of money, then we have the right to respond.
The war is entering its 5th year. Ukraine is under pressure from all sides, militarily and diplomatically. Will the ground realities force Zelensky to finally make concessions? Because Putin shows no signs of slowing down. For him, it's about Russia's future, independence, truth and justice. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.